Welcome to Defeat Your Cravings, hosted by Dr. Glenn Livingston, PhD. Glenn has held his doctorate in psychology for more than 30 years and is also a former multi-million-dollar consultant to the big food industry and uses his experience to help you defeat your cravings. This show will help you to focus on dramatically reducing cravings and leave the diet mentality behind, so you can more easily and effortlessly achieve your health, fitness, and body composition goals. Please remember, no doctor-patient relationship is created via this show, and you are responsible for confirming any changes to your diet, health, or psychological routines with an appropriately licensed professional before implementing them. Now, before we get started, if you haven't yet downloaded the free smartphone app to access dozens of these recordings all in one place, as well as to avail yourself of a confidential community for support, motivation, and assistance, please visit the podcast link on defeatyourcravings.com as soon as possible. And now, here's your host, Dr. Glenn Livingston.
Hey, this is the very good Dr. Glenn Livingston, and I am here with a kind woman named Lori, who has agreed to let us record this session so you can benefit from her insights and struggles and trials and tribulations and all those good things. Lori, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
So I'd like to hear just a little bit about your history, and then I know you were attracted to this call for another reason, so why don't you catch us up?
Basically, I was led through the IDM program and some people that suggested it through the obesity code. I'm doing Dr. Jason Fung's program and have been on maintenance for the last few months, but the binging is coming in. So I've started your program, and it seems to have gotten worse.
I made you worse?
The binging has gotten worse. I think there's just that rebellion there and maybe something of not replacing it with something else.
So what was it about our program that made you decide to binge more?
Well, I don't know if it's that program or it's just I'm really struggling with maintenance. And I feel like there's just some underlying issues. I started reading Laurel Mellon. Are you familiar with her emotional brain training?
A little bit.
I started reading that, and I just feel like in my past, there are just some brain paths that have been set up that I need to learn how to retrain. And it all has to do with the critter brain and then the emotional brain and the frontal brain, the frontal cortex. And just feel like, I don't know, you ask me some questions and maybe I can tell you a little bit.
Why are you binging? It's not clear to me.
I don't know. The first time I ever binged was when I was 16. And I had gone on my first diet, and I was close to anorexic. I was very, very thin. I'm the oldest child of an alcoholic father, and so I was a caretaker. That same day, I was told to watch my 6-year-old brother, and I was 16. We came home from school, and long story short, I took him to ride his bike with my cousins, and he didn't have a coat on, and it was in April, and I thought to myself, if that dumb kid doesn't have a coat on, I'm not going to go get him one. Well, an hour later, he was riding his bike, and he was killed. He was hit by a semi, and they said he was coming home to get a coat. The very next day, we had people over, and there was all kinds of food. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I was standing in front of the table of all the food and telling myself, I have to eat to take care of my family. And that was the first time I ever binged. I think it's because I give and I give and I give and I don't take care of myself, but I don't know how to change it.
First of all, that's a very traumatic story, and I'm sorry that you went through that.
Thank you.
I don't want to seem discompassionate in any way, if that's a word. But so the reason that you binged then was to get away from the feeling so that you could take care of your family?
Correct. And I think just in the last couple of months, and I've talked to several counselors about it, I told myself I had to keep up my strength. But I think I was binging to soothe myself, because as an alcoholic dysfunctional family, I did not have that upbringing and that nurturing and that kind of thing. And I took care of everyone. So I had to take care of myself in that way so that I was somewhat stable enough to take care of everybody else.
So you're continuing to binge because you have patterns of not taking care of yourself, and your pig says that that's the only thing that feels good?
Yes. That's the only thing that I have time for. Everybody else needs me, and that's the first thing that goes out the window is taking care of myself.
It's interesting. Well, what would it mean to not binge? What would you actually be eating?
Well, I basically follow a keto-like lifestyle. I'm type 2 diabetic. So it's imperative that I eat low carb.
Okay. So it's imperative. So that means you know what the rules are for that. You don't have any ambiguity in your rules. You're just following the keto lifestyle.
Yep.
Okay. And you want to continue to do that. You want to stop binging when you feel emotionally depleted.
Correct. Because all the diets I've ever been on, I can lose the weight very easily, but I can't maintain because the binging comes back.
What would it mean to follow the program to you for 90 days? Suppose you could stay in this 100% for 90 days. What would that mean to you?
I can do it. That's the thing, but then I can't find my way back. It's like I fall into this abyss and it's dark and I can't find my way back.
It feels like you've fallen into another world and lost control of your hands and your arms and your legs. And it feels like that. It genuinely feels like that to you.
It feels like that, yes.
Yeah. Okay. But if you could follow it, if you didn't fall back in for 90 days, what would that mean to you? I know your pig says that it's impossible, but what if you could?
It'd be wonderful.
Why?
Because I would be healthy. Basically, my blood sugar or my insulin dependence would be basically gone. And I've been able to follow it for 90 days at a time. I probably didn't start binging until June. I started in October of last year, and there were no binges until June.
It's a little better for you, by the way, to use different language. When you say there were no binges or the binges came, it's like there's an outside force that was thrust upon you and you had no choice. And I know it might feel like that, but if you change your language and start to say, I chose not to binge for this many months and then I chose to binge.
Well, we had a traumatic event. We had a granddaughter that was born at 26 weeks, and I had to take care of our other kids. And I had to go out, live 2,000 miles away from home and that kind of thing. So the events that happen are traumatic event after traumatic event. I have PTSD because of it, because there's been so many in my life.
So I'm always in a very difficult position when this happens because I've got the utmost compassion for what you've gone through. And I think you deserve treatment for your PTSD. And I think you deserve to have people around you that take care of you and find a way to take better care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I also want you to know that I got PTSD. About 3 years ago, I found out some things about my wife and I got divorced pretty quickly. Then I lost a dog that I loved for 14 years who was by my side every moment of every day. Then my mother died, and then I moved 3 times. Then I had to move across the country by myself to a city all by myself. And I had to close down all of my businesses and start a new one. And then I had to deal with the stress of a growing business. And I had to hire all these people and train all these people. And my life has been a whirlwind, and I've been taking care of everyone. There are 400 active clients who could call for a session at any given time if they really wanted to. And I have all kinds of coaches managing that. And so the reason I'm telling you this is that my life has been really traumatic. Maybe yours has been a little more, but I've got no shortage of trauma in my life. I use these principles to avoid binging anyway. I just want you to know it's possible. I just want you to know that you could be in Vietnam in 1968 with 50 enemy rifles aimed at you, and you just lost your best friend, and you could have Hershey's Kisses in your backpack versus an apple, and you could still choose to eat the apple. I just want you to know that's possible. Is that okay?
That is so encouraging to me, just to hear someone say that.
Yeah. On one level, it feels like it's the only option. Your pig has you convinced like the only option is to binge under that kind of stress, but it's really possible not to. So can we more specifically articulate what your pig is saying about why you have to binge due to the emotional stress? Is it that this is the only option? This is the only thing that'll make you feel better? You don't have time to take care of yourself, so this is what you have to do?
It's more of my pig is saying, is angry and just pissed off that this is happening again. I'm searching for that balance and that wellness, and some traumatic event comes up again. So it's more anger. It's more just mad and just basically saying, I don't care. Or maybe the pig is saying, you don't care about this. This is ridiculous. Here it is again, and nothing you can do about it, and it's out of your control, and so do it anyway.
Your pig is pissed off and angry and says, therefore, your life is never going to get better. You're always going to be traumatized, and the only pleasure you have is the binge.
Yep. It's like the cravings then. That's the only thing that sounds good to me. The pig might say, you can have your whole foods and your vegetables and your fruits, but that isn't going to satisfy you. There is such a deep, deep hunger there that it seems like sugar is the only thing that satisfies it.
Okay, what else does the pig say? You want to get them all on the table.
just do it now and you can eat good tomorrow. You can eat the healthy stuff tomorrow. I think the pig tries to pull me in and have me take 1 or 2 bites because the pig knows that I can't do that. I'm either an all or nothing.
So just take a few bites. A few bites won't hurt.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Bury it in the trash so nobody sees it. Nobody understands. There's nobody you can reach out to because nobody understands you. Or a common theme from my alcoholic father was, you're not even dry behind the ears yet. You don't know anything, and you're stupid, and you don't have any friends, and nobody loves you. And so that's probably the biggest one right there is there's nothing else that's going to help. That probably is the biggest thing. I guess I never thought about that before, but that's the only thing that's going to make me feel better.
There's nothing else that's going to help. You don't have any friends.
Yep. And no one's going to understand.
What else?
I'm not sure.
Okay, you're doing a great job. I want to go through all of those squeals. I'd like you to find the lies in them for me, okay?
Okay.
I want to suggest that if you jump into your higher self, that you'll find at least one lie in each of them. So when the pig says that this is not fair, I'm furious, I can't believe another traumatic event has happened, and the only thing that's going to make me feel better is sugar, where's the lie in that? The only thing that's going to make you feel better is sugar. Where's the lie in that?
The lie is it's not going to change anything. It might make me feel better for a millisecond, but then after that, my health is going to go in the gutter because of the diabetes, and I'm going to be less effective in dealing with whatever the event was.
So it actually makes the problem worse.
Mm-hmm.
And the pig says it's no big deal to put it off till tomorrow. Where's the lie in that?
Because either tomorrow never comes, or because of the health damage that I'm doing, I'm just that much further down and less healthy tomorrow, even if I start tomorrow.
You're reinforcing the addiction. It's going to be harder to quit tomorrow, and you're digging a deeper hole for yourself. And if you're in a hole, the best thing to do is to stop digging. The first thing to do anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And the pig says that a few bites won't hurt. Where's the lie in that?
Because I know the lie is that whatever those first few bites do to my brain to calm me down, it makes me want more and crave more.
So even one bite will hurt.
Yep.
And the pig says if you hide the evidence, it won't matter. Where's the lie in that?
I'm the only one that I'm hiding it from, and I'm not hiding it, basically. I think I'm hiding it, but I'm not because I'm getting hurt by it.
You can't hide from yourself.
Correct.
It's like the concept is denial, the concept of denial. Like you could actually hide this from yourself, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
Here are some hard ones, but I think you can find lies in this also.
Okay.
The pig says there's nobody that understands and nobody to reach out to. Where's the lie in that?
I'm not sure because I have myself convinced that there isn't anyone that understands. I suppose the lie is that there are people out there. Maybe the lie is that since I believe that, I don't even look for anyone to understand. I'm an introvert and I've become very reclusive. So right now it does seem like there's no one out there because I don't seek it out.
Have you talked to any of the 3,500 people on the forum?
Not really, no. Just been following the forum, a few simple things. Again, now that we're mentioning it, I probably believe that as well, that there's no one out there that gets it. So I haven't put myself out there.
What's the benefit to the pig of believing that nobody understands?
Keeps me isolated.
And then?
Then I'm not effective at, I believe I am called to be a coach. I coach my daughters. I'm in a coaching program right now. But if I don't reach out and I don't get feelings, I can't continue with what I'm trying to do.
And if that happens, what happens with your binging?
It continues on.
So the pig wants you to feel this way so it can binge, right?
Yeah. I've lost 60 pounds in the last year and I'm at maintenance. If I don't figure this out, that's where I'm going to head back to. I know I'm on the cusp of something. I'm just really in the midst of struggling to figure it out.
Do you have to figure it out or do you have to stop binging?
That's a good question. And maybe I'm just trying too hard. Maybe I'm thinking there's an answer and I just need to stop binging.
Stop binging and deal with your life. You know, it takes a lot of time to recover from a binge. No matter how many people you have to take care of, you're going to have less time to take care of them and less time to take care of yourself if you binge along with that. You know those things, right?
Yep. I'm writing it down as we talk here.
Okay. Laura, you know that they recommend on an airplane that if the airplane's going down, that you breathe the oxygen, you put your mask on first before you help the people around you.
Mm-hmm.
What about when the pig says that you're stupid and you have no friends, therefore you have to binge? Where's the lie in that?
The lie is that there are people out there that probably care. I just don't believe it because that's been ingrained in me.
And the benefit of not believing that for the pig is?
Keeps me isolated, keeps me binging, keeps me where he wants me so that I'm not affected.
What I'm trying to point out is that these are binge-motivated beliefs. These are coming from your pig. I've seen so many people reach out on the forum and get an enormous amount of help. A lot of times they connect behind the scenes, make all types of friends. It's a very good resource. You never know who's on it. You got to be a little careful, but it's a really good resource, and it's the people that understand this way of life, and they've had varying degrees of success. And when they bond together, they really help each other.
Okay.
The pig says nothing else could possibly help. Where's the lie in that?
Well, from experience, I know that there's a lot of things that could help. I could basically reach out to a friend. I could do something non-food related that's rewarding and that type of thing.
So, Lori, why do you binge?
Comfort, I think.
For comfort?
Mm-hmm.
Does it work?
Probably temporarily.
And then?
Then I'm miserable.
You binge for temporary comfort.
Mm-hmm.
I'm concerned about you letting your pig convince you that that's the sole reason that you binge. I think that's part of it. I think to anesthetize your emotions and keep yourself isolated and not have to deal with some of the feelings, I think that's part of it. But the things that we binge on, sugar, it's a drug. We didn't have concentrated sugar on the savannah. We had sugarcane, but that had all the fiber and the enzymes and all the things that we needed to digest it. We didn't have this refined sugar when we were evolving. And so when you're using a drug for comfort, what you're missing there is that we're also using those drugs to get high. And I know that that's a not pleasant way to think about yourself.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, so I would like you to start changing your perspective on why you're binging, that it's not just for comfort, but it's also to get high on the food, to get high on the sugar.
And how is that different? How is to get high and for comfort, how is that two different things?
It's the difference between taking Novocaine and heroin.
Okay.
Both of those will remove the pain, but heroin will give you a high in addition, and the Novocaine is not really so valuable on the street because it doesn't give you the high. It will take away the pain. Does that make sense?
Yep. And that's different than comfort?
You're not binging on Novocaine. You're binging on a drug that gets you high. Sugar gets you high for about 18 minutes before it makes you crash.
Yep.
And your pig has told you that you're really suffering, and you are. I have all the compassion in the world for what you're going through. But your pig is saying, this hurts so much, life is not fair, this is infuriating, we should have more of a chance, we shouldn't have to go through another traumatic experience. So let's go binge, let's go get high to take us away from it. It's trying to pretend like it's just doing it for comfort, like you're only having Novocaine, and how could you deny it the Novocaine because it's in so much pain? How could you be so cold and heartless? And don't you see how much pain I'm in? Don't you know how much I'm suffering? But it's not letting on that what it's really doing is also getting high. Not binging on Novocaine, it's binging on heroin. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. It's trying to escape in a way that is not healthy.
How confident are you that you're going to stop binging now?
It might be my pig talking, but I have to dig deep into this. And you were going back to that. You said maybe it's just stop binging rather than finding the reason. I'm trying to sit here arguing and saying, okay, it's going to help if I do A, B, and C and figure it out. But maybe I just need to say, I have to stop binging.
Yes. Now you're getting it. Yeah. Your pig says, well, there are issues here, things to debate about and research more deeply and figure out where it comes from in our past and cry about and go for therapy about. And you could do all that, but it'd be a lot better if you stopped binging before.
Right now. You're right. Okay. That makes complete sense.
Well, how confident are you that you're going to stop binging now?
Very confident, but also know that I need to get out there and get some support. Like you said, on the Facebook page, the forum, somewhere I need to get support. Because when I have that binge feeling, I need to have support.
Are you going to do that or not?
Yep. Oh, absolutely. I'm constantly searching for that.
Are you in the paid program or you just read the book and you're working on it?
Yep. I'm just read the book and working on it, but I'm not opposed to doing the paid program either.
Take a look at coaching. There's a lot of support involved there. I hold a group every Saturday morning for an hour. You'll meet a lot of people that are good to connect with, and you can talk to me directly every Saturday if you want to. After the first 4 weeks, we have everybody go through the group coaching first, for the lectures first, because there are a lot of common sticking points, including the idea about emotions that you had that we need to get people through. But you can do all the free stuff instead if you want.
It's very easy for my pig to justify or to hide behind the scenes and just read the forum and then not do it. Where if I do some sort of coaching, my pig is more quiet, I should say.
Why don't you do that? It's not very expensive. You can get it under $100 a month. And why don't you do that? And that way you can come to my groups. You can meet with a master coach. You can get all the lectures that really take you through it. Why don't you do that? I think that would be good for you.
I need to do that. I do really need to do that and just get out there and get that pig under control. Locked up for good.
Well, how confident are you that you're never going to binge again?
Confident. I'm confident I can do it. I feel very strong, and I'm going to look into this coaching so that I have supports around me to keep it that way.
How confident are you, though? From 1 to 100, how confident are you?
That I'll never binge again?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well, if you had to give it a percentage.
Maybe 75%.
So does that mean that if the pig tries 4 times, it'll get you to binge?
Potentially. And that's where I need to maybe kind of like an alcoholic, take it 1 minute at a time. In the next 5 minutes, I can absolutely 100% tell you I'm not going to binge. At the end of that 5 minutes, maybe I can make it 15 minutes, and that's how I need to do it. If I try to tell myself I'm never going to binge the rest of my life, I don't believe that.
Well, let's look at that because that's a good point. If you're not going to binge right now for the next minute, you feel like you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
A minute from now, in 60 seconds, it'll still be now, won't it?
Right. So it's always now.
It's always now, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, the future is an infinite string of nows.
Mm-hmm. If I say in the present, I'm never going to binge again, and it's always the present, then I can confidently say I'm never going to binge again. That resonates with me.
Yes. It's different than 1 day at a time because what the underlying message of 1 day at a time is I might binge tomorrow, but for today I choose not to. And when you say that, there's always this dark cloud hanging over your head. But when you say, I never binge now and it's always now, therefore I will never binge again, you can develop a certainty and a confidence rather than a perpetual fear and cowering over that dark cloud that might happen tomorrow.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. It's a more positive way to say the same thing. The other way is basically not having confidence in yourself that you might binge tomorrow. But if I tell myself I'm always in the present, I'm never going to binge in the present, that's so much more positive and confidence building.
How confident are you you're never going to binge again?
Very confident. I'm never going to binge again in the present moment, and it's always the present. And confident that I'm going to use that as my mantra, I guess, and seek out supports to surround myself with. My pig has no way of finding a way to get me to binge in the present moment.
Can you count on yourself to do this?
Yep, I can. Could
you 100% count on yourself to do that?
Yep, now I can. After going through that makes total sense. Like I said, it just really resonates with me. It's an aha moment of, okay, I have to do it. Or, no, that's a negative as well. I'm going to not binge in the present moment.
If you're never going to binge in the present moment and it's always going to be the present, are you ever going to binge again, yes or no?
No.
How sure are you?
100% sure.
Okay. Well, are you going to binge in the future?
The future never gets here because it's always the present.
Are you going to binge again?
Nope. Fiona is her first name. I did a sweetener thing with her.
Yes. I haven't published that yet. That's great. Yeah.
Yep. And that worked. That really worked. I feel very confident in this phone call that I'm going to make this work, that my pig is going to go away, or he's gone.
You've got some residual underlying binge anxiety, and the way that you beat that is to declare yourself confidence without waiting for yourself to feel confident. All the doubt is associated with the pig.
Okay, that makes sense too, because you just pointed out that I do have that underlying anxiety, and that's why I don't want to say 100%. But if I say it, whether I feel like it or not, and then believe it, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. And your pig is going to have other ideas. That's okay. But you're 100% confident, and that's your commitment. And so if you hear any other voice, that's your pig.
Yep.
You're disowning the doubt. You're jettisoning the doubt and insecurity from your mind. You're disowning that from your human identity, and you are never going to binge again.
Yep. Thank you. That's awesome.
Do you have any questions or concerns?
Nope.
Nice to talk to you, Laura.
Thanks, Lauren. I appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And that brings us to the end of today's broadcast of Defeat Your Cravings, hosted by Dr. Glenn Livingston. Now, if you'd like to find out more about the products and services Dr. Glenn offers to help you dramatically reduce your cravings and stop overeating in 90 days or less, please visit defeatyourcravingscoaching.com. That's defeatyourcravingscoaching.com. Thanks.